So the free games are not really free, I would say. If it like, there's a term you can say that if it is free, you are the product.
Yes.
That happens in game industry also,
Hmm.
because PUBG Mobile is a free game. Okay, how are they earning the money? You should ask the question, right? So are they earning from the concept called microtransactions? So let's assume if the player is having a costume, yeah, I want a different costume. Every season or something like that, there is a season passes.
Hmm.
Okay, in that also the game companies have. That's also microtransaction. Uh, like you have a M4 gun. It's a base gun. It's a full completely black. Yeah, I want to look it some sci-fi stuff skin. When I open it, you should burst into some different character or VFX effects on that game gun and something like that. Okay, you want that? You need to pay $10 for that.
Correct. Correct.
Once you pay, it's gonna be stay in your account and it's gonna be stored on complete of your account and everything. It's such a show off, okay? But that's how we attract the audience. We make completely new stuff like new clothes, new car. Like we have recently actually I think you've seen the studio, the news like the Mahindra BE electric
Correct.
car. They
Correct.
have actually partnership with um, this PUBG Mobile.
Oh.
But the mobile, I think the name has been changed in India because of some scrutiny from Indian government or something. So the current cars and something like that are there, no? It's a base will be the first. The car is actually UZ. I think there was a car called UZ in PUBG Mobile.
Hmm.
On top of that only same physical
Correct. Correct. Correct.
characteristics, everything.
I
You
think
you have
now it's
seen. I think it's a Russian like it's like a Land Rover car you see in UZ.
correct. Correct.
That's the base. We just put a skin on top of that.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
We put a skin on. We can even literally put a skin of the Mavic on top of that. But the
Correct.
characters in the moment, it's gonna be a little bit change like that only. It's gonna happen.
Okay.
That's it.
Great. So Keshav,
That's
tell
the
me,
thing. They're, they're
like
just cosmetically changing the appearance of the character, guns, and all this stuff. During Christmas, we put some tree
correct.
and lighting. And in season pass, if you take a season pass, you'll get a music, different kind of music,
Okay.
different
So
kind of car, everything like
I
this. It's
understood,
got a big
Keshav.
connection.
Now we will discuss some interesting things about you. I understood that gaming industry, how they are earning, how the vehicles
Yeah.
are getting created, what is the
Yes.
micro conversions that they are doing. So can you tell me about yourself?
Transactions. Yeah.
Yeah, correct, correct. So can you tell me about yourself, like what background you are coming from, and what is your aspiration, what you want to become going ahead? Just few lines about yourself.
Okay, so I'm from BBA background. As soon as I completed it, I really hated the degree. I really didn't wanted to pursue my career in that. I was a hardcore gamer ever since I was on like 10-year old. I used to bunk classes and go to the cyber studio, cyber cafes and play games called IGI, Project IGI, COD, all this stuff. We used to do that a lot. So using had that kind of hobby and my passion started with that only. I started with all these things, like um family had a like to do one degree.
Correct.
After that, do what is it? I do it. I did the degree. After that, I started looking for a career in this, and I had one of my friend in this industry. He told, yeah, it's good. All right, fine that. Then I went to Mysore.
Okay.
I did 2 years. Like it's a base course. I think it's an from Arena Animation.
Okay.
I did some VFX and all the 3D software base.
Hmm.
After that, I think I started the diploma pathway. How it's gonna work, because I want advanced skills on softwares, because one software has more than like lakh of tools. I want to memorize all these skills, because
Correct.
practice is the only way we can actually make a perfect in that. Because we use literally like 6 to 7 softwares. Like
Correct.
for 3D, we use Autodesk, Maya, and
Correct. Correct.
3DX
Hmm.
Max.
Hmm.
And for texturing, we have 3 to 4 bunch of softwares like Adobe, Substance Painter, Designer. All these softwares, I mean, there are a lot of them. I can't really tell because if you even if you're like 15, 20 years experience, you can really manage all the, you can't really be and perfect in all these softwares. You have to be good at least two softwares. Perfectly, you have to be good in two softwares.
Okay.
3D and texturing. This is the base for in the game industry.
Okay.
If you are good in 3D, you have to be good in texturing also.
Okay. Good.
Because some studios don't hire texturing artists separately. You have to texture on your own as a 3D artist also.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
So
great.
that in that way, I pursued my diploma from Canada called Think Tank Training Center. It's about like 1.2 years of diploma. It's
Okay.
a career pathway.
Mm-hmm.
In that there was like 4 terms like foundation, advance, and the mentorship complete. So after completing that, I started with the job search. From 2021, I started it. I got it within 3 months only because my friend was involved in this. I referred me.
Correct.
So my first job was from the Mumbai's startup indie studio.
Okay.
We don't call startup in game industry. We call indie studio. It's an independent studio.
Okay.
Where there's gonna be a small team of like 10 to 15 members, maybe 10 members. That was my first job. I can't talk of that game.
Correct.
Because
no issues.
they
Not
have a
needed.
permission,
Yeah.
but I can't talk of because the game is not released yet. But
Correct.
what I worked, I can talk of that.
Sure.
It was pretty fun projects because my CEO was actually very passionate about the game, and he took a very interesting storyline from the Hampi Historic Center is there, no? Vijayanagara.
Correct.
Yeah. From that, he took a story of next 4,000 years, what's going to be the humanity.
Correct.
So in that, he took a storyline from that. Like, it's an adventure line of one of the girl who went on in search of the civilization, all this stuff and something
Correct.
like that.
Understood.
So he took a storyline and we started with pre-production.
Correct.
We started with the storyboarding, how it's gonna be, how it's gonna look, and we asked our concept artist to give a sketch of this part of the location, how it's gonna look in the future and something.
Understood.
Then we actually went ahead with the budget, but I was not in part of that one.
Correct.
Because it's a small studio. The boss was we were hired for 3D artists, but I was actually we were working for a VFX also. I was actually working as a storyboard artist also.
Correct.
And also the 3D environment artist also. See, all these things have to do because in independent studio we have to manage.
Okay. So one question here, as I am understanding, like you are telling like all the VFX and all those things are really difficult. The gaming field is really difficult if someone wants to pursue. Now you tell me, you have joined batch 10, right? As we are learning here DevOps and AWS. So can you tell me, like in gaming projects also, do you use like DevOps, AWS and deploy your projects onto that? Like, is it there?
That part I have no idea. But we since we had game programmers in some of my companies which I previously worked, where they actually had been using some of the cloud services.
Okay.
Because I told you that AWS GameLift is one of the service which we use to host servers.
Understood.
And some programmers have told me that we do use a lot of GitHub and Git stuff because we can't really store everything data in our physical storage. It's gonna be hard for us to maintain. As an independent studio, we literally have some like max or 2-3 crores means of budgets of the studio owners and something like that. It's gonna cost more than 100 crores if you want a physical storage, have maintain our own servers. So obviously that's where the pay as you use service cloud services in AWS and all. Azure and Oracle, of course. So this way, I got into the field of the knowledge I got from my game programmers and game designers. They told me that we use this kind of some services, some stuff. And yes, of course, the coding knowledge they had so much, but they were just giving us the code to execute to check the performance of that particular scene.
Okay.
We used to type in that, yeah, it's working good, sir.
Okay.
Okay, send me the log file. All right, send us the log file, and they were working on the server side deployment. How we gonna see? Not all the games I worked are actually having a multiplayer, because most of the games I worked also are single player only, campaign mode
Okay.
games like that. Uh, but some of them actually had the multiplayer based, actually co-op, like not really co-op means just connected with us. It's a campaign mode, but it can be played with a friend.
Understood.
That's what a co-op games are.
Understood. Understood. Now,
So
understood. Now, tell me one thing. Like, maybe in Canada or in any outside India. In India, there is a big taboo about the gaming engineers. People say like, "Arey, my son will get spoiled if he go to the gaming side," right? But
oh,
in outside India, the gaming
uh,
industry is very very big, right? So, what are
yes,
your thoughts on that? How the salaries are? Like any software engineer
okay.
is getting the same salary as gaming
I
engineer, or there is a difference?
uh, see the salary part for my current job role, I can tell that. But for the game programmers part, I have no idea. But some say that programmers are paid less.
Less.
That's I don't know if it is a hawks or something like that, but that's what I heard. Game
Okay.
programmers are paid less. That's what I heard.
Okay.
But if you are within like a higher position, maybe you are getting more good
Okay.
salary in that, in the programming part.
Understood.
But as a 3D and the VFX it parts are there, no, it's not really a sustainable way of raising a family. That's
Hmm.
what I can say.
Hmm.
The pay you get, it's not really that much
Hmm.
in this industry,
Okay.
unless you are in very big studio.
Okay.
Let's assume there are hardly like 5, 6 studios, six,
Okay.
7, 8 studios, which are like EA, Rockstar Games, Ubisoft, Nintendo, Sony,
Yeah.
and so another one studio is a Naughty Dog. There was
Okay.
the Last of Us 2 game parts,
Understood.
and the Uncharted game. You see, all these things, these games are made by the Naughty Dog, and some combination of like that.
Okay.
Uh, See, it all depends on how the audience also.
Hmm.
We have a one vision when the CEO has one vision. We're gonna build a game based on this kind of storyline, and we release it. But after releasing it, we have to analyze that, is it gonna be clicking on the game? Is it, people are gonna buy it? Are
Yes.
they gonna like it?
Any
Are they
product. Any product is the same use case, right? Any
any
founder has.
even in the game also it's the same only.
Correct. Correct.
You have to be ready for everything.
Correct. Correct.
Once it fails, we are the one who
Correct.
are actually gonna be uh,
Getting fired.
being big fired. Yes,
Correct. Correct.
I mean this whole year only, in last 1 year only, there were more than 20,000 layoffs happening, and
Oh.
the 13% of all the workforce in Europe got laid off.
Oh, that's very bad.
And I mean, we have a saying in game industry, like if you want to sustain in this industry, you have to upskill every single day.
Same. Everywhere it's same. Everywhere
Exactly.
it's same. Every software.
Upskill means also AI is
I'm
actually,
coming to that. Yeah. Yeah.
yes, okay, that's
So,
what I want to
so
talk
I
about
can
that.
you tell me, like you also told me, like before we started this call, you told you are using some AI tools to have your gaming platforms. Something you told. Can you share your
Oh yeah,
screen?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Just we will
So
see.
sometimes see, as a personal, I'm not, let's assume I'm not in working in a company or something like that. I want to upgrade my portfolio. I want to build my portfolio to have a good breakdown of my projects or
Hmm.
something like that. I want a concept. My plan is to build my portfolio. Let's assume that I'm going to do this under something like, if you want to do one 3D model, you should have a concept. Like, see, I'm going to do one vintage style car.
Correct.
Okay. What kind of that? What, even you need a name, you need a image of that, right?
Correct.
You can't really, sometimes you can take the concept from any domain or something, and yeah, I have done the 3D or something like that or something. Even when I was working, when I was studying in Canada, I mean the online diploma which I had
Hmm.
studied, every term we have to do one project. Okay.
Oh.
So for that, we have to choose a concept and show to our mentor. And some of them choose some concept, and some I choose one concept. One of my friend actually choose one concept, and he made a 3D of model, 3D walkthrough of that model. So the 3D means just an image. You did a 3D on that, but what he faced is that the image he took, the owner, he actually tried to like take down his work, because this is my concept. You took my concept without attributing me,
Correct.
without giving me a credit.
Can you show by sharing your screen at least like some things which you do with AI, like so that people are understanding you use some AI tools, right? So what you
Yeah,
do exactly with AI tools?
yeah, sure.
Share your screen. There will be a screen share button. I am very much excited to see that.
Yeah, sure. One second.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my portfolio.
Okay.
So these are the props I had in. There are a lot of props which I cannot post it in this public domain. This is the main website where all the 3D game industry, everything you see, this is the portfolio where actually we post our content. As you can see here.
Okay.
You can see is there, no? There's under the product props, conceptual artists and scripts, gameplay level design, fictional. These are all the people who have posted their work. This is the platform we actually showcase our work.
Okay. So where is AI coming here?
Okay, so the AI is like, let's assume this is a cartoon, right?
Correct.
Okay. You don't see any 3D in this.
Correct.
If I want to do this in 3D, okay, I have to credit this guy.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the credit part here. Okay, I have done 3D this part, this 3D, right? So I have given a credit here. This is the concept art taken from Havana, right? As you can see, this is the concept art I have taken, but the website or sometimes the concept will be taken down from their end only. But our job is to give them a credit, because if the artist, the concept artist, has posted that this is a no copyright or something like that, then we can use it. But if they tell that attribution is required and you have to give a credit to them, you have to credit them.
Yes, understood.
So the AI, let's take the AI part is that okay. Concepts.
Anything small thing which you do with AI, just for like 1 minute, 2 minutes, quickly. Yeah.
So it's all depends on how your ideas should be. Like let's assume that this is a concept, okay. This is a concept. It has been done, I think, mainly on matte painting in Photoshop, but we can actually do it by our generative AI only. All we do is just to have a very good prompt command.
Okay.
Like the prompt engineer is one of the job role also. You know that,
correct,
right? I think.
Correct.
If the person is having a very good prompt, like I want the open field, the subterranean planetary field, which having a big cyberpunk environment, something like it's a command. It's a prompt you have to.
Correct.
Giving a command like that there are a lot of Gen AI in there, but I mostly use it the mid journey. But currently, I don't have a subscription for that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. There are a lot of them are there.
Okay.
I think what is new? See, these are all the AI journey. Can you imagine this kind of these things are done in AI? See,
you are sharing that old image only. Where?
Okay, I'll change. The window is better.
Yeah, you can share screen. Yeah. Now seeing. Yeah.
Stability AI.
Okay.
This is one of the many generative AI. As you can, I think I don't need to explain how these things work,
Correct,
because
correct, correct.
these are all trained by the data scientists and big LLM machine learning people.
Okay.
They trained on certain 5 images they give, and they train the AI. Based on that, we give command and they generate the images for us. That's how things work, right?
Correct, correct. Now it's everything like AI only, almost.
Yes.
People.
See, you can see is that this is the prompt. You can see this is the way we actually generate our own concept and work on that.
Understood.
Okay, so I mean, there are a lot of them are there. Like I want, as I told you, know that we give prompt like I want a cyberpunk environment in this particular Bangalore location. Then the generative AI will take the image of that particular part and think of it in a cyberpunk version.
Understood.
Once we get the images, we can start working on the what are the things we can actually build on that and stuff. Let's assume that okay. In this, I think which is the best one.
Okay, that's fine. If it is taking time.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, if I want to tell you what the base one here.
Yeah.
The one. Okay, so in this you can actually see a lot of concepts here, right?
Correct.
So in this you can see these things are actually done by the Photoshop and the Blender.
Correct.
Where we actually can send this is just an still image, right? We don't see anything.
Correct.
If you want to give a life to this, we have to start working on the landscape. This is the landscape one. These are props.
Okay.
The poles, all these are props. Even the train, the carriage, all these are props. And these mountains, these are landscape and terrain. All these stuff. You have to start with the landscape. Then we start with the props. Then we start with the VFX. These are lights. Start with a little bit of VFX, fire VFX, and light VFX. All this stuff. This can be done easily in Unreal Engine 5.
Okay.
We do it and some material and stuff, and we can do it in Niagara. If you want fire, you can use my Niagara system, which is a VFX part in Unreal Engine 5. And you can see this weather happening here.
Correct.
Okay. So this is also part of lighting artist job.
So different types of components, different types of work nature is clubbed together in a gaming platform, right?
Yes. There are a lot of job roles also there.
Correct.
In the big studios, if you are hired as a 3D artist, 3D or a prop artist, you do only this prop.
Oh, okay.
Car is on this all this wood fabrics and this wood box. All this. If you're hired as a 3D environment artist, you have to do this props, railway line, car edge, everything, landscape, everything. Okay. But some studios do have a terrain artist also, where they actually build the terrain using the software called Gaia. Gaia and the World Creator. These softwares are used to create a terrain and the landscape, where you can actually generate using a nodes only. You can actually generate the big mountains and stuff in the landscape. In Gaia, there's a software called Gaia. And the lighting artist. Sometimes, if there is no lighting artist, in 3D environment artist also you can actually do the lightings for the game, particular scene or something like that.
That makes sense. Okay, so I understood like all these things a little bit on high level, right? Now you tell me, you are a gaming engineer. Now why DevOps? Gaming artist. Okay, gaming artist. Now why DevOps?
Okay, so why DevOps?
Yeah.
See, it's been 3 years I'm working in this industry. When I first talked to one of the company's game programmer, he had I talked to him a lot, and he told me, see, if you really wanted to switch to IT, you should start with cloud. Okay. I said cloud. Why cloud?
Correct.
Because cloud is future.
Okay.
So he told that the future people not really gonna spend too much on their physical part. Because everything gonna be accessed within minutes on a fraction of money in cloud services.
Yes.
So once you learn cloud, it's gonna stay with you for long. It's not gonna
That's true.
go away. That skill is literally top. because cloud is future, he told.
Okay.
Then I started with my sister.
Okay.
My sister worked as an Azure administrator in
Correct.
Bangalore only.
Correct.
So I talked to her. Yeah, it's like this on something. How do you
Understood.
think of me entering into this field or something?
Hmm.
Yeah, you can start with AWS and maybe Salesforce, she told.
Okay.
But I started with Salesforce actually. I
Oh.
tried the 1 month. I didn't really like the UI.
Okay.
It's so damn hard to even see one part of that one.
Understood.
Salesforce UI is so bad.
Okay.
I'm not telling their company. Sorry if you guys seeing this. You guys have one of the worst UI. I really can't understand the icons and the UI design. You need to have a bold image like that something. But I really didn't see much of use of that Salesforce because it's I when I was learning it was like am I learning a tally because we were just giving them the platform to record their accounts, giving them the feedback on like that. It was happening in that Salesforce platform.
But you like DevOps?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So I went on to that and all this stuff, and I started with AWS, and then I had one of my friend was working as a DevOps engineer in AWS. He told me, yeah, start with DevOps, and there are a lot of options in that. You can actually go to that. Then I started with the Linux. I got what's needed for the AWS. I started with Linux commands, how the Linux work. And since we in the game industry, we were using a Linux server only to host server, of course. Right? So I had a little bit of knowledge how to maintain the server, how to in the as an admin or something like that. So in that way, I actually got into this DevOps role, and I asked my friend, and then he gave me a lot of Udemy courses. Okay. No, I can't. I really can't. Self-based studying is really hard. Correct. When it comes to IT, whom do I ask? If this comments is not working, whom do I ask? I mean, it's not gonna work really. I mean, because in my previous experience, I struggled to get one answer for like the one. I was not getting a good image of this one. I was asking everyone. Most of them I wasn't getting any feedback on something like that. So for that reason, I actually tried to have a one good online class only. So he suggested me your course. Okay. So I actually saw your post in LinkedIn and opted for your course. Great.
So what I am wishing, right, Keshav, I am wishing that you learn quickly, you upskill quickly, and you get a job quickly. So I think we have talked very deep on like last 1 hour we were continuously talking. Thanks a lot for your time. I was very fascinated to see your things, and that's why I requested you to record this video, so that any engineer who is trying to look out for different things, what is the roadmap or what he can do, how is the market outside, everything he can understand with this video. Thanks a lot for your time, and hopefully once you become a DevOps engineer, we will definitely record one more video.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I'm aiming in next 6 months. Sure. I will definitely continue doing something.
Thanks a lot for your time. Yeah.